So what's going on, YouTube people? Right now the markets are starting to see a little bit of green, which is positive. We have some key news events that are happening this week, which at the end of the week is going to cause a lot of volatility, especially with some really important data that's going to be coming out. And right now there's mixed perspectives around the price action with Bitcoin. A lot of people are longing right now, calling for specific CME gaps that we have seen in specific regions, and pretty much correlating that with previous rip ups and then also deviations based off of the price action, monthly closes, all that good stuff. And right now there's a lot of mixed perspectives, and on my channel I've been keeping you guys updated on the news events, the price action on Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, and practically everything you need to be aware of. But right now is a super important time because we're starting to see a little bit of green, but there's a lot of people that are still anticipating deviations in the market. And this is where a mix in perspectives is going to be beneficial to you, because everyone that goes super all in longing the markets literally is what we saw in terms of the liquidations not too long ago, when everyone just has one narrative in mind. They go all in on one side, and then from there they have to be switched up on invalidation, and then crazy stuff happens. So you don't want to be one of those people. Keeping up with all this information is going to be super important. On top of that, we have people like Alex Becker making videos about he's selling his crypto. It's bull crap. He's not selling his crypto. He's just making fun of all the people that are selling their crypto, and the people like Elio Trades as well. And whenever we start to see big people like this start to finally react to the market, because not yesterday, but pretty much last week, I made a video talking about not being dumb and anticipating deviations in the market. And then lo and behold, we pretty much saw the deviations happen over the weekend with that huge Bitcoin whale dumping all of that Bitcoin. And that's that they still hold a ton of Bitcoin, and there's a whole bunch of whales like that. So right now is a really crazy time, because everyone is either anticipating upward price action with altcoins and a deviation with Bitcoin, or the opposites. And just based off of exactly how history has played out in multiple cycles, a lot of crypto analysts and traders expect deviations moving into September, and then a rally moving into October. And on this video, we're only about like 3 minutes in. I pretty much gave you all the information that's kind of going on. The rate cuts that are anticipated by the Fed moving into September, and a few other different things. So right now, that's currently what is the main focus. And whenever I start to see all these mixed perspectives, and I start to see everyone talking about the dumps and selling altcoins, and this is whenever I start to anticipate more deviations, especially whenever everyone starts getting euphoric over a little move in the market. Like, everything's pumping right now, but is it really pumping? Bitcoin was sitting at 120,000 not too long ago. Ethereum was sitting at 4,800. Like, Ethereum made a new all-time high last week, and now it's crashing super hard. And I mean, we're correcting a little bit, but this is where I'm anticipating more deviations, especially with exactly how everything looked moving out of July. From there, getting into August saw more of a run up, and now we're starting to see a correction at the end of August. So this is really important to keep up with this information. And then not only that, the key events that are happening at the end of this week. And I drop day-to-day content, so you can see the information as it progresses. You can see the markets when they're pumping, and then all of a sudden when they're dumping, trading sideways, all that different good stuff. And I'm anticipating some crazy volatility at the end of this week, which is whenever we're going to start seeing some important data come out, and we're going to start seeing a little bit of sentiment from the Fed. So right now is a really important time, guys, to be keeping up with all this information. Do not get inflated in your brain, airhead, by all of the information that's going on, and then from there you get skewed from actually having the right perspective on what's happening in the markets. On this channel, I try to, be straightforward with y'all. I'm, just a normal dude, shooting my YouTube channel, documenting my journey so that everyone can learn and understand exactly how to navigate in the space. Whenever I first got started, I see influencers saying this, and then I see different things happening in the market, and then I see, random investors feeling like it's the end, and it's just all these mixed perspectives. But that's when you can start to learn a little bit more, cut out the FUD, focus on the voices that are actually offering you value, and then from there you can actually start to progress. And on this channel, that's the whole point of it. So today's video was really quick and concise. I didn't want to make it super long. I just wanted to let you know that the pumps in the market that we're seeing were typically anticipated based off of specific zones. But moving into the end of August, moving into September, I am anticipating that Ethereum and altcoins could be rallying and Bitcoin start to see that pullback. But be ready for a potential correction. Don't just think that everything is going to keep keep on running, and that's the start and the end of everything. So like Bitcoin dominance, a lot of people are anticipating one last rip up, which I have been keeping you updated with based off of the price action with Bitcoin dominance. And then also a lot of people are anticipating that at the end of the day, we're going to start seeing, some massive corrections. So with all that being said, I don't want to mix your brain up. Keep up with all this information on this channel. That's what we do. So make sure you go check out the rest of my content. I drop day-to-day content talking about the price action, the news events, and exactly how to position yourself with altcoins. I have an altcoin portfolio. I plan on selling my altcoins in profit, which is why whenever we start to see a rotation and I start to see a rally for my coins, I'm going to be letting you know when I'm taking some profits off the table. So do not get skewed. Do not get your brain inflated by all this information. Get straight to the point, follow the price action, follow the key news events that are having an effect on volatility, and then from there, just position yourself. Dollar cost average, expect volatility moving into the end of the week with the key news events. And as we progress, I'm gonna drop all the updates on this channel. So make sure you guys stay tuned. If you guys have any questions or suggestions for content, make sure you drop it down below. I'd love to answer any questions that you have, cover any projects that you guys want to, invest in or you already are invested in, or if you pretty much have any questions about the progression in the crypto space or anything about me and my portfolio. But anything like that, drop it down below. I drop day-to-day content every day, so stay tuned and hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. Peace.